Peace, my family, and we're all back to all. And those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good 9 mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving up in your higher natures and cleansing. Say what? Cleansing the lows. I came on here today to express and share a scroll. Now, this right here is one of the actual facts, and this right here is sharing a point in this book, and it's called The Image of the Beast. And so, I know many people may feel some type of way as far as, the image of the beast, right? But again, we all have to come to the conclusion that in order to make yourself free, you have to know the truth, right? And the truth is bittersweet, but again, by being bitter at times, by being lied to and deceived and duped and tricked about the ways of the world and how, you as a person were, taught to be or conditioned your mind to be, or the image that, the world portrays for you to be is not really truly who you are. So, I just thought that I share who you are as Melanin children, right? Because again, it's all about knowing the truth. And again, this right here may make you feel uncomfortable, but again, through time, you'll start to feel comfortable because again, it's all about stripping away parts of yourself that's really not you. And again, if you feel uncomfortable with being your true self, with wearing your hair, and we gotta move away from the weaves and all the things that we put on in a form of beauty that makes us feel beautiful when we have those things on, when our Creator begins to help procreate us, create us beautiful already, and we don't need nothing added to that beauty to make us who we are. We are naturally beautiful. So, I just thought that I'd share, because this right here will certainly help you on this good journey within. So with that being said, let's get started. It goes like this. The true laws of natural nature and nature's codes for all living things are the same and are in some way interwoven together in this liquid world, be it breath or air, wind, or perspiration. Moistness links all things in the seas or on the land. It's the denseness or density of existence. It's all H2O, water, steam, mist, vapor, perspiration. As each sweats or perspires, you all still live under some form of liquid mist called air, and out of and into the body as breath and perspiration. All things are in all, and thereby form one big network called that natural manifestation of all living things within existence. As things materialize or incarnate or grow, the true matrix of existence and thinks as a mind or motivator and activator in all things as Patut and manifest as Re, and it said Patu or Pa Kather A Re, which is the Most High Re. Pa Patu, the all. So the Supreme who grew supreme beings and kissed them with melanin as of melanite and the great high explosive power of life, the melanite offspring of Pari, the sun, or as their own Bible recounts it in Psalms 84:1. Okay? And it says, for the Yahweh Elohim is a Shem's son, shield. Yahweh will give grace and glory. No good thing will be withheld from them that walk uprightly. It says there Yahweh is a son, and Shem is Chaldean, Hebrew, or Arabic, or Shem Su, and the physical sun. So the sun is the true source of life on this planet Earth. Without the sun, all that lives will die. The sun is also the highest brightness in the heavenly sky, the light of the heaven and earth, also called the Savior in their Bible, records as Malachi 4:2 states, but unto you that fear my name shall the Shemesh son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings. And that is recorded all over ancient Egypt as the sun disk with wings, the non-mind. So it goes on. Or how they put in their New Testament, John 1:4, in him was life, and the life was the light. Online Bible Strong Greek of man, and to shine or to make or manifest by rays. So a luminousness, fire, light. So they relate it to incarnation. And so the supreme power of life in this solar system is the sun. And to become the supreme being, of course, is natural and general at work. And it's, of course, it's nature in general at work, So it's, let me rewind that back. To become a supreme being, of course, it's nature in general at work. Negroids or Africans are the supreme being, absolute nature, absolute natural nature, the first race that grew, the first race that the sun grew, parents of all other human beings from the beginning of time. All others are your products. You are their God. There is no escaping the fact that life is now captive to the living dead and is oppressed by the living dead and their ghost spirit forces, the dead. Now all other children of aboriginals or sub-races help the Caucasoid to keep God captive by control of their divine mind, by placing their image of themselves as God in Negroids' minds and have them to worship them and their image. All of them. Other darker skinned races are not the same as you Negroids. The only dark skinned people with hair, man. Other darker people or mankind in general are opposite to the Caucasoid as well, but not the extreme opposite of the Caucasoids. And that means less friction and suffering for other dark-skinned races of Aboriginals. So let's go on. It's the lamb and the goat. laws of nature at work. The other factor that makes Negroids unique from all others is they, like the lamb, have woolly hair, while all others, like the goat, have straight fur. Theirs is not nappy, woolly, or kinky, but rather theirs is like a thin, straight, flat. And sadly, most dark-skinned, goat, fur-haired people choose to worship the image of the beast, as recorded in their Bible, Revelation 13:15, and it says, "And he that had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." So let's go on. So they drew, molded, and painted the image of the beast as their image of God, angels, Jesus, Mary, all their religious figures in Mosesism, Jesusism, and Mohammedanism, in pictures, statues, TV, cinemas, or their words, and by so doing gave life to what did not exist, created many religious cinemas so that their gods, lords, angels, prophets can actually speak. So now they gave life and speech to a false image of God, Jesus, angels, Mary, even Muhammad and the companions. And if another race didn't accept their image of themselves, they'll attack them. If it's a group of people, they'll say they're a cult, making it okay to kill them. If it's another race or another religion, they become evil. And so they can kill them. And so this is what the caucasoids do to all others who don't wish to worship their image. This is the race who created the image of the beast. And a description in Revelations 9:7-8, and it reads, you read in this verse in part, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold. That color gold is yellow or blonde. Where do you find this in their Old Testament Torah book? Question. One moment. Where do we find this in the Old Testament Torah book? Question. In Leviticus 13:30-32, and it speaks of a leopard race. It states, and there will be in it a yellow, thin hair, which is in fact blonde, straight fur. Also, it's repeated in verse 32, and there will be in it no yellow hair. So you see a description of this gold crown or blonde fur. Why do I say fur and not hair? With what they describe in Revelations 9:7, the faces of man, because hair does not fall like fur. So it was a human being, okay? And this was long fur like a woman. Black women perm or straighten their hair to make it look like fur of animals, or what's called long shoulder length as seen in their Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:14-15, and it's a curse, a shame. So, that photo of Jesus you see with shoulder length fur cannot be how the real Jesus looked. Read in 1 Corinthians 11:14, and it says, "Doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?" That's the verse 14. So, could Jesus as a man look like that? Or the many photos of which they created the image of Jesus? Verse 15 says, "And if a woman have long hair, it is glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering." So it goes on. So it's clear, very clear. It's clear, of course, they use hair, never fur. So I will show to you, Nubians, how it's animal fur and not Negro hair nappy. To look at a lion male, you'll see its fur. Not dreadlocks, but fur. So let's go on. 26, and it says, so Revelations 13:2 says, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and a dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority." So you see the lion description with a leopard, that takes us back to a sheep or a lamb and goat. So the sheep or lamb's hair is woolly as Negroids, and the goat or lion's fur is Caucasoids. One moment. And so it goes on. As their Jesus claims in their Bible, Matthew 10:6 and Matthew 25:32-33. Yet first, let's see what the real description of Jesus is recorded in their own Bible. And it says, Revelation 1:14, "His head and his hairs were white, like wool, as white as snow." So what kind of hair did this physical man called the Lamb of God, John 1:29, have? It's clear it says Jesus' hair was like wool, not fur. Wool is the hair of a sheep, according to Webster's dictionary, and many Negroid pastors and their Caucasoid leaders say it's talking about the color of the sheep. Yet, never heard of the black sheep of the family, which is what Jesus was to the Jews. Yet, before Revelation's description, you had Daniel 7:9, and it says, "I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and their hair of his hair, and the hair of his hair like the pure wool." All right now. So, we see the snow reference was to his garments, yet the hair on his head was wool. Nappy. kinky, woolly, like Negroids, Africans, and none other but those who mixed with Africans. So let's go on. Now let's read in their Bible, Matthew 25:41, and it says, "Then shall he, Jesus, say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels." Let's go now. Who are these cursed of the left hand? Question. Go back to the verse 32 and 33. It's right there. And it says, he divided the sheep people from the goat people. Let's repeat that one. He divided the sheep people from the goat people, putting the sheep race, woolly haired, on the right hand, and putting the goat race, furred haired, on the left hand. And it states they are cursed. Who are the cursed race in their Bible? Genesis 9:25. And he, Noah, said, Cursed be Canaan. And read Genesis 10:15 through 19 for the Canaanite race or tribes. And it says, now read Genesis 24:3 and 37, which states, don't, 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 don't mix with them. And Genesis 28:1 again stating, don't mix your seed with them. Also in Deuteronomy 7:1 through 6. And it says, why not? Question. Leviticus 14:32 through 34. And it says, they have leprosy. Okay? They have leprosy, family, which you can read in chapter 13 of Leviticus. A whole chapter of what happens to a person. They change from whichever race to a leopard white. Yellow thin fur spotted like a leopard. Reddish freckles transformed by the anger of their God. As you read about Moses in Exodus 4:6 through 7 and his sister Miriam in Numbers 12:9 through 13. And it says, so the curse on the goat people or race or Satan's children or the devil's seed, Deuteronomy 20:17 through 18, and they raise the goat image. So let me repeat that. And they raise the goat image, Deuteronomy 24:8 through 9. And if you don't worship their image and want to be like them, they want to kill you. And many Orientals or sub-races One moment. Right now. And many aboriginals or sub-races worship the image of the beast, goat race, the Caucasoids, the Canaanite races, and their gods. They have now accepted the dragon man and his angels. And it goes on Leviticus 18:1 through 30 and Leviticus 31 through 16. These are their evil ways of life, which they try to make all others except lust and luster, drunkenness, the way of evil. However, what you Negroids, that is the true Nubians, who are scientists, really wish for all other darker skinned races, aboriginals, to know and follow is the facts. Wanuapu, and to know the aim of the Caucasoid races is to subjugate all other races and reduce you all to the position of experiments and servants permanently. So the Caucasoid races can, practice his mayhem and vampirism anywhere in the world on any people at any time it feels that it needs a sheep-goat. Those who accept the goat races as their god, leader, image are a sheep-goat, child of Adam, the devil. And Leviticus 18:7 through 10, and it says, a sheep-goat. Revelations 13:2, and he looks like a leopard. That's as spotted as a leopard. Leprosy, the curse of the devil of Genesis 9:25, and deceived the whole world with his lies. John 8:44, and his false religions created from the Celtic kingdom. Revelation 8:23, the sorcery, mixing their disease seed with all others to get in their very blood of life with his cursed seed. Revelations 18:9, Revelations 17:2 through 6, his females, and Revelations 2:20 through 22, and the father of all the lies and deceptions world over, of all the killings, rapes, and stealing. He is a disease and only wished to spread his way of life to all others. Make them his zombies, slaves, and sheepgoats for his own well-being and survival after his 6,000 years is up. So, all right, now I'm going to stop it right there. One moment.